Welcome to a very special episode of show. No name show. It's fine. I do have another one to offer for this time. This time, it's holiday time, and we were talking about the things that were important to us and that we're thankful for, and one of the things that we all pretty much landed on was found family. Found family was pretty important to us. The people around us is something that we all enjoy and try to take very seriously. So for that, the name of this podcast should be "That's What I Heard," except it's HERD. It's kind of a written joke. It doesn't really work in the audio. Whatever. When they see the episode title, they'll get it. It'll be printed for them. That's what I heard. Like my herd, like a group of horses. Mm-hmm. I think it works. I think it tricks.
Yup. Nice, Tim.
Yeah, hard. But yeah, seriously. I know there are people who have things that are tough, and there are people who have things that aren't going the best for them right now, but we kind of wanted to take a look at the things that were pretty good for us, and that was the one that we landed on. We have some pretty cool friends, and if you're not in that boat, you're listening to this, then you have pretty cool friends now too, because you've got us.
Okay, I like that you turned that way, because I was like, oh yeah, if you're having a shit time, we're gonna flaunt our friends at you.
Yeah.
What's up? We're not having a bad time. We don't hate our families. What? Some maybe do.
Yeah, maybe. So we're trying to focus on the one good thing, and not any struggles that anybody here or anywhere else may have.
What Tim's going for is much like Heartland. You can come in your broken state and join our barn at Horse Girls, and we will turn you back loose into the world, slightly
We will
healed-ish.
heal your heart and your horse.
That's a lot of pressure now.
And Tim is the Amy of this story. It's all on his shoulders.
He will be your cardiothoracic surgeon for this adventure.
In 30 minutes, that joke is gonna hit.
But yeah, for this episode, we didn't read a book.
No.
We just found some people that we've found, I think mostly through podcasting.
Yeah.
That we think are awesome.
Like 100% through podcasting.
Yeah, 100% through podcasting.
1000%.
So if you're having a hard time, create a podcast.
Yes.
And you two will find people.
Yeah.
I cannot say that will absolutely happen, but it will probably happen.
It will most likely happen.
They found us, so they're working in the right direction. Right?
Yeah.
That's how that works.
That is how that works.
We're the catch here.
Yeah. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play some audio of us talking to some people that we think are neat and have made neat stuff and stuff that you should go listen to, and you'll have fun listening to that neat stuff too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So enjoy. With us also, I have brought Robert Chauncey from Haunted Griffin Entertainment. He is probably most recognizable from the Tunnels podcast, which I know several of us love and adore. Thanks for coming, Robert.
Thank you for having me.
And I have come up with the title for this section as well. It is based on a title of a Heartland book. This one will be called Taking Chauncey's. So,
Nice.
I don't know how I feel about that. It's like, should I have signed a waiver before I came on here?
Oh, Tim didn't give you your waiver,
yeah,
Tim.
he didn't.
Come on.
He didn't give you
You
the
gotta scrap
contract.
this
Tim is
thing.
falling down on the job.
Oh man.
I of course know Robert because he let me act in a couple little bits in his awesome stories, Haunted Hell House of Horrors and Tunnels. And he's also one of my escape room tag team partners, and we hung around Dragon Con a bunch. But yeah, why don't we just talk about how we met, Robert?
Let's see here. You auditioned.
I did.
And I accepted you.
Yep.
It's like, and you did a good job. And then we hung out a little at Dragon Con, the 2019.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Like it was pre-COVID.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
I had been listening to Tunnels. I had actually found a Tunnels sticker in one of the podcast track panels, and I remember picking up and listening to it. And it was about that time that you were doing casting call for Haunted Hell House of Horrors.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that I wanted to be in it real bad, but I had never done voice acting before. So I found the one guy who had one line, and I was like, winner, I can do this one. Let's go.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history. Later found out that I was the only guy that auditioned for that one line, which is the reason that I got it. So I was like, whatever, I'll take it. And then, ended up meeting up at Dragon Con. Turns out that I don't live that far from Griffin, Georgia. So.
No, not at all.
No.
Yeah.
Tim,
Yeah.
do you not own maps?
I don't. I learn these things as I go.
You do. It's on your phone.
That thing's
In
very
fairness,
complicated.
unless you come to Griffin, you really don't really need to know where it is. I mean, I live here and I try to avoid coming here.
Yeah. I mean, Tim's got Ackworth over there, so we understand.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm not a ton better.
Oh.
They call Ackworth the Griffin of the North.
That's funny. They call Griffin the Ackworth of the South.
I am so sorry.
But yeah, so what's going on with Tunnels?
I am working on the final episode. It's like which comes out next Sunday. It's the series finale, and I am slowly going through it. It's 48 pages long, which is almost double what a normal episode is. So it's taking much longer than normal ones, but then again, I've actually started working on it a lot sooner than normal ones.
Oh, that's awesome. I know it's been fun for me to sort of see the growth of the show over the 5 seasons and how much bigger it's become. It's been really cool to watch. And I made Alex listen to it.
You didn't make me. I enjoyed every minute of it.
I feel like every
Dare
time
you.
I find something neat, I have to force it upon people.
You threatened her with rakes, didn't you? That's
Yes.
what it was.
He threatened me with a good time, and it worked.
But it was fun getting the updates from Alex as she was going along in the story.
It's so great because every time there's a Tim thing, she's like, I think I got that. That's Tim.
I am so bad at recognizing his voice and stuff. So every time I recognized him, I'm like, wait, I did it this time.
I can completely understand that, because I sometimes have so many actors right now in Tunnels and a lot of them are in a lot of other projects, and I'm like, wait, is that so and so? Is that who I think it is? It's like, and then I'll have to look up the information and go, yeah, it is really them.
It's always fun when Robert gets a new actor for Tunnels too. The genuine excitement.
Oh, I love casting.
Yeah.
Oh, I absolutely love casting. I adore casting, listening to all the different takes and versions of what these characters are going to sound like, and 9 times out of 10 how it sounds in my head winds up being completely different when I hear an actor start saying the lines, and I'm like, well, I was wrong, because this character is obviously sounding like this guy or this lady. It's like, because they've got the part right there. It's like that's that character right there. And
also Robert is my, I don't know a nice way to say dealer, but like the guy who gets you hooked on podcasts. Like if there's a scripted podcast anywhere.
I thought we were getting a confession from Tim.
No.
I was so concerned for a moment, but I was also about to be like, hey, Robert, what's your number?
Yeah. There's never been somebody who pushes audio drama more And
I would
we'll,
like to say that you're in a safe space.
Yeah.
I do have the intervention banner in the closet that we can break out in just in case we need it.
But yeah, if you're ever looking for anything in terms of audio drama, this is absolutely the person that you need to talk to.
I have a problem. I fully admit it. They say admitting you have a problem is the first step. And I fully admit that I have an audio drama problem. It's like, not only do I write, direct, star, produce, voice act, but I listen to about 1,000 different audio dramas.
It's true, to the point where he's handing out suggestions at Dragon Con.
Oh yes.
And they were like curated suggestions. They weren't just you would get a random card. He had like a little set of questions. Okay, this is the one for you then. And then and then hand the card off. It was amazing.
I had, I think, over 300. No, I had like 180 different stickers that said support audio drama, and each of them had an individually written audio drama suggestion on the back.
Oh my God.
I know.
Incredible.
It was amazing. It was amazing. And listening to the conversations with people, well, you know, what do you like? And then they'd run through some stuff, and I'd hear some stuff that I'd listen to. I'd be like, oh, that one's really good. And then Robert would get it down to the one suggestion, shuffle through the cards. This is the one that you need. It was amazing.
Nice. So you've
And
got
of
like
course-
the March Madness brackets in your brain. Where you can be like,
Oh,
this one or
yes.
this one. No, that one wins.
Yes, that sounds like that's actually a pretty good comparison.
And
And then it's like what's bad is like 15 minutes into trying to do that, they got out of order, so they're no longer in alphabetical order. So they're like, I'm having to try to find. It's like, where is it? It's like the A's are over in the wrong section now. It's like I can't find it.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I got one of those suggestions also. And if I'm not screwing this up, it was the Drabblecast.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Then I go and I listen to the first episode that pops up in my feed of the Drabblecast, which is the newest episode. And no lie, the guy reading a story called Everybody Poops is Dennis, who is the DM from Jenna's podcast, Botched. And he did
really?
amazing. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
where did I get? Completely confused me, because I was like, did I get this from Robert or did I get this from Jenna now? I don't know what's going on.
Drabblecast is a favorite from like early on when I started listening to podcasts. It's like Norm Sherman is one of those guys that I could just listen to do anything. It's like he's a great narrator. I love the stories. They're always, it's like they are a little bit scary, but they're a little bit tongue in cheek. So it's not. It's one of the less serious horror story podcasts out there.
Yeah, it was very good, and Dennis did a great job with his story too. But yeah, it was a ton
He
of fun.
always does. He just needs to be David Attenborough for everything, though.
He does. I agree. Did y'all have any questions or anything? I don't want
I
to
just
like
want to say
completely steal the
that
place.
I think that I might have scared you at Dragon Con this year, and I'm so sorry.
Oh
I don't
gosh.
even think Tim realized that I saw you guys walking through one of the habit trails into the Hyatt, because I just like popped over into the other side and was like, "Hey y'all, bye!" I was just like, they have no idea that was me, because it was so fast.
I have no recollection of that at all.
The terror
You're so
stripped it.
scarred
I
that
have
you
blocked it out of my mind. It has been
Absolutely.
wiped from my mind completely.
Oh, it was just like the look on y'all's faces as I walked away. It was my favorite moment of the con, actually. Oh, so good. I'm so sorry.
It's still not the most surprising interaction I've had at Dragon Con.
Oh, no, it couldn't be.
So yeah, what are you working on after Tunnels then? Is there anything you can talk about? Maybe there's stuff you
Oh
can't
yeah,
talk about
absolutely. It's like I am working on the next series is Companion,
yet.
which is a sci-fi series. Working on it with a great team of people. It's like I have developed so many good friends thanks to this, and it's like Megan, Red, and Alex are all helping. Are part of the team, the Companion team.
Yeah.
And it's I am so looking forward to it because I love Tunnels. I love doing it. I love doing Haunted Hell House. But this is going to be something completely different. I haven't done a lot of sci-fi, but I love sci-fi. And if you're a Doctor Who fan, you'll immediately understand the Companion reference. but there's definitely going to be a huge twist in it that people aren't going to see coming. That I'm just looking forward to telling the story with a great group of people, and I hope people will enjoy it. And if not, I'm going to have fun doing it.
Yeah, that sounds like the what every time the first goal should be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's about like a million other things that I want to do, but there's this whole thing where you have to eventually sleep and eat and go to work and spend time with family. I mean, you're just not allowed to work on like audio drama stuff 24/7.
Yeah. Life.
But if you would like to become a patron and help me fulfill that goal.
Absolutely.
Where can they find it?
Yeah.
It's a Haunted Griffin at Patreon. HauntedGriffin.com will basically give you anything you need to know.
Yeah, and I imagine the social medias for Haunted Griffin should be the place that they keep up with. For
right now, I
updates on
will say
Companion.
this: the majority of my social media is on Tunnels Podcast for Twitter. That is probably where I spend my most time because it's my oldest account. So, and even after Tunnels leaves, I will probably spend a lot of time on it simply because old habits die hard.
Yeah.
But at Tunnels Podcast is where I spend most of my social media time.
Absolutely. Everybody go give them a follow because
Yes.
it's really good. And everybody go start listening to Tunnels if you haven't yet because it's amazing.
Heck yeah.
It is
Thank you.
amazing. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna nerd out just for a second and say like, I'm a huge fan of it. It was so much fun to listen to.
Thank you. Are you caught up? Have you caught up? Are you ready for
I'm
the finale?
I'm caught up on the most recent season yet. I'm like, I think I've listened to the first episode of the most recent season, and then I, let podcasts take over my life and don't have time for friends.
That's not
and
very
family.
important. So podcasts aren't very important.
I know.
I have.
So I shouldn't spoil things for you. In other words,
No.
is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, not yet.
Please, God,
Okay.
no.
I've forbidden him to talk about season 5 in front of me. Like I'm
Wait,
waiting
you did?
until I hear.
Wait,
Yes,
you never said that. It's like you
Yes.
never told me I shldn't tell you so and so
No,
dies.
stop. It's not funny. It's not
Quick,
funny.
quick, list everyone who dies.
No, I'm actually waiting on 504 until the next one comes out because I'm gonna listen to them together. But I did listen
That's
to.
actually
I'm up through the 3rd episode.
Between 504 and 505, that's actually probably 2 very good episodes to listen to back to back.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited about it, and I'm sure I'll post something on Horse Girls as soon as that last episode is out.
Yay!
So everybody can go listen to it. But thank you for coming by, Robert.
Oh, no problem. This was fun.
It's great to finally meet you without screaming in your face.
Yes, I appreciate it. It's like it's less scary that way.
That's how Jenna introduces herself to everybody, though.
It
Like,
kind of is.
yeah,
Well, in fairness, at Dragon Con, that's actually fairly decent. I mean,
Yeah.
there are much worse ways to introduce yourself.
Yeah.
this is true.
It was downright respectable.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's it. That's all we needed.
Cool.
I appreciate it, Robert. Thanks for
No
taking
problem.
the time.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So I don't even know how to start this. Jenna, you want to introduce Phil?
This was your thing.
Okay. So we're gonna hang out and talk to our friend Phil. Phil is of the Botched Podcast. How are you doing today, Phil?
Oh, I'm pretty good, Tim. Thank you girls for having me here
Thank
on
you.
Horse Girls.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's appropriate.
Heck yeah.
I even went as far as to create a name for this segment.
Have you finally named the show?
I came up with one for this show, but this segment in itself is going to be called the Phil E-Buster.
Oh no! Oh God, he's leaving.
Oh no! Oh,
Tammy ran him off.
I went too far with that one.
It's not like there's a horse called a filly or anything like that. But no, the filibuster. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So tell us what you do, Phil. What do you do?
So I am a streamer / podcaster. For my side gig, I am on Botched, a D&D podcast. It's kind of a shit show, if one would say. It's kind of like if you took Game of Thrones and South Park and pushed them together in a fusion dance. We're not like Game of Thrones because we tell interesting stories. It's more the fact that all your favorite characters will die for no reason. And I stream over at twitch.tv/imaginarynomad. Every Sunday night is Philip Scared Stupid, where I play silly horror games, which I hate so much. And if you get in there early enough, you get to experience the imaginary no mom, which is my mother, which I call her every stream before we jump into horror movies, just to check in to see how she's doing.
Oh, that's fun.
And you can follow her over at twitter.com/imaginarynomad.
Oh, that's so great.
It's freaking adorable.
She's lovely, and she hates every Sunday when I call her, and you can hear how much she doesn't want to be there.
Oh.
But yet she still picks up her phone every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. So we're Philadelphians, so we enjoy a little bit of abuse.
I don't think I know anybody else from Philadelphia.
That's good for you. That's the way it should be.
Philadelphia was the coldest place I've ever been in my life. I made it roughly 8 seconds at a gas pump and had to hide back in the car.
Well, there's literally thousands of other places that are colder than Philadelphia.
I've never experienced them. That one, it felt like a personal attack on me.
It was Philadelphia, so yes. We hated you and we wanted you to leave.
Oh no. So Tim, your concept for this episode, because by the way, Tim came up with the concept for this episode and we love him for it.
Yeah.
Was sort of centered around found family.
Yeah.
And so that's why I asked Phil to be here, because Phil is like, I don't want to say the words that I told Phil, because if anybody in my family listened, they would be so mad, but he is definitely a brother that I should have had.
Yeah, it's weirdly so. How much you and I are the same person, Jenna. So much so that literally on my birthday, Jenna didn't even ask. She sent me the greatest present possible, which still I look at every day because it's in my closet. She bought me a pair of sneakers because I am a big sneakerhead, and literally only 4 people know this, and 3 of them don't talk to me anymore. And so she sent me these David Bowie Vans.
Oh, wow.
And it literally blew my mind.
That's amazing.
That's so
So
cool.
now we're in a competition because gift giving is not something I'd take lightly. So we are now competitively against each other for the rest of our days.
I have wrecked myself on this because I will be in debt buying Phil gifts.
And since Jenna's birthday is coming up, there's a package already being shipped to her location.
Oh, that's amazing. I cannot wait.
I'm terrified.
I'm probably more excited at this point than Jenna is to find out what that present is.
You are, because I'm terrified.
Like, you guys are starting like some sort of like Instagram or something to document all the gifts to each other, right? So that we can all vote on who we think won.
No, you don't have to do that because Jenna has already won. Like,
Damn it.
because she's no matter what I have sent her, she's gonna find some way to go 10 times the level that I'm gonna even be able to fathom.
Yeah.
Like, she's got such a weird witchy brain, and it's just like, I know as a Philadelphian that no matter what and how hard I try, I'm going to fail, and I'm okay with that because I'm up against the unbeatable opponent that is Jenna Garrett.
That is fair. Jenna is unbeatable, so...
We all came to the same conclusion. Early on in knowing Jenna that, she's just going to be better than me at everything.
Oh my god.
It's annoying.
And we just live in that reality.
Wrong with everyone's brain?
This is okay.
So I have this curse that I swear was put on me, and it's not my cookie curse, although that's there too. I can't make cookies. I just can't. There's a flaw. Woohoo, have it.
Barely. What a throwaway.
I have this curse where I attract people that then want me to be in their lives forever. And sometimes it's awesome. Like in this instance, every one of you, I want to be in your lives forever. Sometimes It sucks. It sucks a lot. It sucks so much. In fact, that I've had to change my address and my phone number several times. I don't know why.
Oh no.
But
I still figure out what your phone number is.
Yeah,
It really makes no difference.
that's to this point. I did ask my husband the other day who his favorite host on Horse Girls was, and his first answer was Jenna, and then he changed it to Tim.
he just didn't want you to get a big head. You can't walk around the house like that, right?
No, legit. He was legit. He explained to me why, and he was like dead serious the whole time. He was like, "Here's why I like Jenna the best." I was like, "You know what? Actually, I think I relate to Tim more." And like, he was dead serious the whole time.
That's so cute. And I'm very pleased that he's still alive.
Oh yeah. I know who my favorite hosts are. They're the same ones that he has.
So, how did you two end up meeting each other, Jenna and Phil?
Charles McFall.
Yeah, unfortunately, the rock god of podcasting, Charles McFall, put us together.
Yeah.
Through the giant-sized team-up network. And, I harken back, I think this was about 3 or 4 years ago. I was helping Charles set up for DragonCon down in the Hilton basement, and I walked out of Galleria 6, and I ran into Jenna after doing a couple shows with her, but never actually getting to physically meet her or any of that. And she was just like, "Oh, yes, you're Phil, And I was like, "Oh, it's Jenna, hi, it's nice to meet you. Oh God, this is great." And then, like, after 5 minutes of shouting at each other as everybody down at the Brit and Anime Track are like, "Look at these freaks," not realizing that they're part of the Anime and Brit Track. Like, rude. We went our separate ways, and then I was waiting in line for a concert on the street because it was, pre-COVID and busy, and I see Jenna walking down the street, and I was like, "Jenna Garrett!" Like, "I'm drunk!" And I was like, "Oh, God, why are you my fucking brother? I don't understand." And, recently we had a mix-up at Botch, and we changed out some hosts, and the first person I thought of was Jenna, and I called her literally moments after the separation to see what she was, her feelers, and she's like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, let's go." Yeah. And it's been a fucking beautiful story ever since.
I thought I was there, like, running support, like, "Oh, it was rough, I'm so sorry, blah, blah." And then he's like, "Do you want to be part?" And I was like, "Oh!"
Like, literally, she made that noise, and I was just like, yeah, we're gonna have a tryout for you to see your chemistry."
I was so fucking nervous, though.
Oh, I know. You were hitting me up like, "Oh, I don't know, this and that," and I was just like, "Bitch, it doesn't even matter. The job is yours."
Oh, man.
And she brought a whole new chaotic energy to the show, and it's been great ever since.
Season 6 has been amazing.
It has.
It's been so much fun,
God.
except for
Yeah.
R.I.P. Peavers.
R.I.P. Beavers.
I have made a pitch recently to the cast about a side quest, and I don't know if it's going to happen, but we'll see.
We know which
Oh,
one.
I hope so.
It's
I
got
had
to.
threatened everybody that I was going to start some kind of like petition campaign to have a
We have shirts in the works. Peavers
R.I.P.
shirts.
Peavers.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to find out when Peavers goes to the afterlife, what happens. Let's just carry on with Peavers.
I mean, that's kind of the pitch that I
Is
made
it?
to
Oh,
the
that's
group.
so amazing. That makes me so happy.
Like a homeward bound hero's journey-esque.
Oh, that's so good. Oh,
So we'll see in due time. In due time.
that's fantastic. I don't really have any other questions. What else are we going to talk about here?
Well, horses, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
That's why I figured you guys asked me to come on here, because the literal Greek translation of the name Philip is lover of horses. So I figured that was why I was picked to join
Absolutely.
your guest on your show?
I knew that fact. Yeah.
Tim, did you? Did you know that?
No. I had no idea.
That's probably the best.
It's okay. The show is all about educating Tim, so it's perfect.
Tim, when are we going to get you on a horse, man?
It almost happened in October, but we couldn't quite get it there. But yeah, it's going to happen. I need to update my will and stuff because I don't know how that's going to go. But
they're majestic beasts and won't do anything to harm you.
That is...
Just don't stand right behind them. I rode my first horse, I think, in '97.
Oh, so you are
yeah. No. It was one of those awkward Keating family vacations. I was young. Very young, and it's very funny. I got a weird story with it, but yeah, for some reason our family decided to go on this trail ride horseback, even though none of us have ever, that I know of, has been on the back of one of these goddamn monsters. And at that point in my life, I was listening to a lot of Adam Sandler comedy records. And an hour and so in, my father's like, "How are you enjoying it?" And I was like, "Well, you know what, man?" Not knowing what I was saying because I was under the age of 10, I was like, "You know what, Dad? It's been a lot of fun, but my cock and balls really hurt." Let me preface this by saying that we were not the only family on this trail ride.
Oh, nice.
But I heard, Adam Sandler had one of those sketches on his comedy record talking about how his cock and balls. And for some reason, that was the first thing that popped into my 10 or 11-year-old brain. And everybody else was so appalled that his child is talking about the pain in his cock and balls. Me not knowing what I'm saying, and my father doing his best not to completely lose his shit in a hysterical point of view. Just being like, no, you can't say that. He doesn't know what he's saying. But hey, bud. You can't say that. And it's just like, well, I'm sorry, but just these cock and balls, they just hurt. I can't. There's nothing I could do. But it also kind of fit because you're horseback riding and your groin is up against that saddle constantly, and depending on how fast the horse is going, it was a weird but also perfect part of my life that 25, 26 years later, I still have literally the only thing I remember about that trip and that horseback ride was that 5 minutes of me telling my father my cock and balls hurt. So.
Was that your only time on a horse?
Only time on top of a horse. Since then, right, I do work on a farm. And our neighbors have a stable, and they stable a lot of the local horses in the area because, hey, guess what? It's expensive to do that, and you got to bring in as many people as possible to help fund all of that. And I've been to a couple horse tracks in my life to promptly lose as much money as I can because I don't understand horse betting.
No.
No, it's about the name.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I have never been to a horse track. This might be another thing.
Oh, there's one in Alabama, Tim. We're going.
Tim.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Tim, you can literally invest your money so much better than going to a horse track. Like Patreon.com/imaginary number.
Perfect.
Literally, you can get a lighter and burn your money and still make out better than going to a horse track.
But you won't have watched horses run around a loop.
Literally, you can watch that on YouTube as you burn your money. But I also had a lot of fun because I kept betting and kept losing, so...
Nice.
Noise
It does
indeed.
sound like fun.
It's even better when you start drinking, because then you don't know how much you're losing
Right.
until tomorrow. Which is kind of
That's
like
a
me and
future-
Amazon, honestly.
Oh, that's so good.
So I made Phil read a thing. Since this is coming out the week of Thanksgiving, I made him read about a horse named Thanksgiving. Do you want to summarize it, Phil?
Sure. I could do my best. So this took place, I believe, in the 1930s, where there was a horse, as Jenna said, named Thanksgiving. Why is this horse important? Because it had a female trainer, which in the 1930s, come on, like literally, it's unheard of. Even her own father didn't want or respect her to become a horse trainer because it was, when America was great. But this horse was not only incredible, but it was also heartbreaking because no matter how fast it ran, it never could get that number one spot. Always top three, always breaking records, but just could never get over that hurdle of winning the top spot. And this horse ran for a while, and especially for its age, it was considered too old to run at the speeds that it was doing, but it still persevered over its age and was running and hitting these track records and these track records and these track records, but still coming in third. But they never gave up on Thanksgiving. They kept entering him into different races. And then, where was it? It was, I believe it was in Saratoga? It finally, after years of running, managed to take the top spot. Am I correct on that, Jenna?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the
Cool.
place where it won.
It was at Saratoga.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
But not only that,
Yeah.
once it won at Saratoga, the trainer, Mary Hirsch, thank you, Mary Hirsch, who was deemed not good enough by her own father to train horses, had applications out the wazoo for different places to train their horses because she saw the potential that nobody else cared about in this one horse and just stuck with it. She knew, like, hey, no, it's got it. It's just, it's so close. It's running its ass off, literally. Like, how do you literally set track records everywhere you go but still not win? I mean, people at that point would probably just give up, but Mary kept with Thanksgiving until the end, where it finally won, and then she was just literally confettied with applications for all these other stables to train their horses. And in the 30s, like I said, man, it's unheard of, and just it's so dope.
Is it bad that I'm sitting here waiting for the horrible twist?
There actually is none. Like it's
Not this
kind
time.
of like no. There's no Sugarfoot here, man. It's literally just, she believed that this was a special horse and just kept putting affirmation and training and love into this horse because she actually cared about it and saw its potential that a lot of other people would have just walked away from because it's frustrating, right? To constantly be the bridesmaid. That's literally, Thanksgiving is the forever 27 dresses bridesmaid of horse racing in the 1930s.
Yeah.
Until she finally got to land that coveted husband/win as Mary walked Thanksgiving down the aisle as a proud papa.
That was the best metaphor ever.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So Tim, the twist that you were waiting for, it actually happened at the beginning, because as soon as Max Hirsch's stable, which is Mary's father, got this horse,
Oh shit! Oh
You wanna
shit!
tell
Oh, shit.
it?
Hold on! I forgot. Oh yeah. So, as she was just starting to train this new pup of Thanksgiving, that motherfucker was struck by lightning.
Oh shit!
Right? But not only that, the whole barn was struck by lightning. A couple horses were put down. Well, were literally unconscious on the ground by getting struck by lightning. Thanksgiving himself was unconscious, and they had to revive him because he was too stubborn to die. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, so he literally had the touch of God upon him, saying, "You know what? You're not even going to place anywhere because I'm going to place you right in horse hell where you belong."
Oh, shit.
And Thanksgiving, being as stubborn as he was, he's just like, well, you know what? I'm just going to take that energy that you gave me off that lightning bolt and convert it into third place finishes every time, and still run my ass off. I totally forgot about that, Jen.
So
fucking
amazing.
The best part of this is that during this time, Max Hirsch is in the kitchen eating dinner, and he feels like a tingling in his foot, and he looks up and his chef has like collapsed on the ground, and he knows instantly what's happened. And instead of like checking on the chef, he straight up runs outside to the barn and is like, "Oh, my horses!" Not, "Oh, this human being too." It never tells you what happened to the chef, so I assume they died.
Probably.
He seems like a good human, right?
Yeah.
Not caring about his own daughter's career path, and really giving that child support and love like all children hate, and then not caring, literally probably stepping over the smoldering corpse of the chef to get out of that house to check on his horses.
Oh man, so good.
That's
Like, let me put that into perspective, right? If my house was on fire, right, and I have a child living with me, and the house is burning down, that would be like pushing my kid down, running downstairs, and getting my vinyl collection out of the house before anything else matters.
Oh my god.
Oh, I can't. Oh, a child? I've got multiple cummies that can make more, but these first print Beatles records? No, those are the things I need to save.
Oh my god. Oh, save the child.
But also,
Save the child.
Danny's a bad cook, so like,
Oh,
yeah.
well, you know.
His Play-Doh spaghetti are delicious. A little bit too much salt.
Oh my gosh. So speaking of cummies, this Thanksgiving had a very, very strong seed, I guess, and had a history of producing good-looking foals, not just like normal average horses, good-looking ones that would run for like 1.2 million back in the 30s.
Jeez.
Like, are you
Some
kidding me?
Rockefeller shit.
He had epic super sperm.
I hope they
gets
called
to
them
just-
biscuits, Thanksgiving biscuits.
Thanksgiving biscuit.
And that's where Seabiscuit came from eventually. In my that's not I know lineage wise that's not true,
No.
but that's what I'd like it to be.
From the Thanksgiving gravy.
Yes.
Yeah.
100% believe that if you had told me that was the truth.
It's
That was how
not.
Seabiscuit came to be.
It's not at all.
Who gets the job of saying if a horse is good looking or not? And how do I apply for that job?
I think Alex does it, right?
Yeah.
Don't you go to
There-
to horse judging events?
I do, but not like that. Not like that kind of judging. There is confirmation judges
Yeah.
that like do actually do that though.
There's like a
Sexy
swimsuit
sexy
competition
horse.
and
Yeah,
Yeah.
talent. You got a bunch of tap dancing horses at the talent pageant.
They all wear the tiaras and yeah.
Nice. That's the kind of horse show that we could actually judge.
I think we could judge all of them.
I really don't want to start judging horse shows.
Well,
I'm scared of where that would end up.
Tim, you and I will take a trip down to Tijuana. We'll be the judges of so many horse shows. I hear even Mr. Hands will make an appearance.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you, Phil, for coming by and talking to us about horses and Tijuana.
Oh, you know what? It's my pleasure. Every time that I get asked to come on a show where I know exactly nothing about anything, I'm excited, and I'm also I love you three idiots.
Aww.
I really do.
Aww.
Appreciate it.
I can love you too.
I think I've told all three of you this. I'm not going to read your books. I tune in every week. I have no idea what's going on. It's as if I'm lost in the desert on mushrooms, and I enjoy every second of it. So much that I and you people listening should support these three idiots over on Patreon.
That's
the best.
Patreon.com/horsegirls.
Thank you. Yeah, pony up the $10 and get yourself a metal horse in the stable of God.
Hell yeah! Do you want to talk about your metal horse?
Oh, you mean Iron Meriden?
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Such a good name.
So
He
good.
fucking runs to the hills constantly. Hallow beat his name. Hallow steed his name.
No, even better.
There it is.
So I have not announced my metal horse yet. The name. Do you want to be here when I do? Do you want me to tell you what my metal horse name is?
Yes, please.
He's Big Thick Martingale.
So good.
Thick Martin for short.
That tracks.
We good? Did we do it? Did we do the thing?
No.
What? What?
Because the one thing we have to do before we leave is, Jenna, you have to read this iTunes review.
Oh, we do. We have
we're
to
doing
do
it
it.
now. Okay.
Because the best way to support this show, if you can't do it financially, is to go over to iTunes and leave a 5-star review. Trick the algorithm over at iTunes because it's BS. You don't even need to put anything important. You just need to tell us what your metal horse name would be if you supported them over at patreon.com/horsegirlspod. Nailed it. But Jenna, read your 5-star review.
So this is from. Do you guys want to help me with this? Who wants to do part 1? Who wants to do part 2? And who wants to do part 3?
It doesn't matter.
This is from He Who Is Steve. And He Who Is Steve writes, you arrive at the return address on the otherwise unmarked package of Heartland young adult fiction novels you received unrequested in the mail. Perhaps here you will find some answers. You knock on the door of the ramshackle barn, but instead of being answered, the door simply gives under the light tap of your fist and opens with a slow, painful complaint of a creak. Entering into the barn proper, you find 3 backlit figures sitting at a plain wooden table. The 2 women say their names are Jenna and Alex. The male figure claims to be Tim.
What do you want with me? You ask the silhouettes. Why did you send me those books? We do as we are told, Jenna and Alex said in unison. From the stable block on the shadowy east wall of the barn comes a rhythmic clop. The clop grows louder, closer, as a white miniature Appaloosa comes into the weak orange light of the single ceiling-mounted incandescent bulb. Sugarfoot welcomes you, the women say flatly. You do not feel welcome.
You lock eyes with the snow-white pony, and in its cold, black eyes you find the meaning of fear. What is this? You ask with a quavering whisper. You look back at the table and notice Tim, now in the light. You notice his skyward pointing, pointy ears. You take in his luxurious mane. Your pursed lips devolve into a wide open grimace of horror as you behold him swatting flies with his tail. I am becoming, Tim says. You will become 2. You open your mouth to say no, but it is already elongated into a chestnut-furred snout, and all you can manage is a terrified whinny. Sugarfoot stomps his foot and snorts in joyous approval. You are a horse girl now, and you always will be.
It's so fucking great.
It's perfect.
Steve, sir. My God.
Undoubtedly made me more happy than anything else.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever read a better 5-star review of anything.
No,
ever.
there hasn't been one.
Also,
there's never been one.
I need this. I need this in video format. I need it. I just need it. I need to make this. Thanks, because now I have to direct something. Awesome.
Yeah, well, we do all have to act it out in costume. Smoke machine, I'm sure, for something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
He needs help.
Oh my God. Thank you, Phil.
I like to just think of a pentagram drawn on the floor with candles at all 5 points, and there's just a horse looking through its eyebrows, staring at you in a dimly lit barn with 3 oil lamps swaying cautiously. As Sugarfoot just stares right through your soul.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah.
No,
so
thank you, girls. I really enjoyed my time here. I even made a cum joke, so I've hit my quota. You know, every show I guest on, I've got a checklist right here off cam, and I hit all of them. So let's see, Patreon plug, cum jokes, talking about the imaginary. No, Mom, got it. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So good. All right, everybody go listen to Botched Season 6.
Yeah.
It's
Or
amazing.
don't.
Or do. I demand you do.
And then come talk to me about how much we love Mr. Peepers.
Yeah, join our Peepers fan club.
Oh, that that dead dog has more fans than literally anything else. We had such an arc for him.
I know. It was gonna be so good, and then
We were gonna do minis. Oh God, no, I'm not getting into it.
Oh.
All right, Phil. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you.
nerds. See ya.
Alrighty, see you. This portion of the show, we're going to hang out and talk to our friend Nate from the D&DB podcast. And I have also taken time to name this section. We're going to call this section Can't Hardly Nate, because I love it.
I fucking love it.
You're the first one to approve of my
Yes.
segment title.
Look, you're not
Yes.
gonna listen. You have a 9-year-old. I have a 12-year-old. You're not gonna out dad joke me, motherfucker.
Oh no, I've already been. I will say this. I know that we're going to talk a little bit about how you met Alex, because it seems like you knew Alex first. But I am going to say that Nate has been sending me a bunch of episode titles, and it has been infuriating me because they are so much better than mine.
Ha! That's not
so,
true.
like,
Fetlock,
no.
Stock and Barrel is the best shit I've ever heard.
No, I haven't unleashed the best one yet. He sent me one, and I literally just had a moment and was like, well, God damn it, now we have to delete everything we've done and start over, because this is the actual name of the podcast. Y'all will hear that in the next few weeks. And I'll tell that same
God.
story so you know which one it is. But
I
Nate,
can't wait.
So
Nate
I was
won?
sending him those for weeks. I've been sending them for at least a month now. And he's like, I'm going to use that for the next episode. And I think you
Right.
were literally recording at that night or whatever.
that day, yeah.
So I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I can't wait to hear it. And it's been 3 or 4 episodes released since then, and I'm like, how far ahead are you guys?
A lot.
We were very
A
far
lot.
ahead.
I'm looking forward to the metal horse that I
Yeah.
have.
Mhm.
I want that shit to be unleashed, and I'm looking forward to the fucking episode title. I don't even remember which one it was that you liked so much now. Which we're not going to say. We're not going to
Nope.
say. But
Nope. But it is done.
I can't
Like,
wait to be famous on Horse Girls. For...
Mhm.
But yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're talking to people that we've met sort of through podcasting and whatnot. So I guess we'll start there. Like, how did y'all two meet?
Well, so I needed a hitman, and Alex had an ad, and
One of those cryptic Craigslist things.
the rest is history. Yada yada yada. No, I'm 99% sure I just found the podcast and was like, oh hell yeah, Animorph shit. The podcast being Animorphs Anonymous. I don't know. I think I started on Twitter, contacting y'all on Twitter first, and then you were like, hey, there's a Discord, and I was like, there's a fucking Discord, and then I got in the Discord, and I've just been in the Discord forever now. Over a year, which blew my mind.
You've been in that Discord way longer than I have, I know that.
Yeah. I have contributed to the Discord's lore. There's a whole conversation that we send people to in FanWorks that was mostly me bullshitting, which is still one of my favorite pieces of fan fiction ever, which was just us bullshitting in the FanWorks channel. Anyway, yeah, and then I discovered how awesome Alex and Casey are, and that Alex is really the one who's always active. Casey's just really cool and aloof. So when Casey's
like
around, yeah, when Casey's around, I'm like, hell yeah, it's Casey, and then Casey leaves, and I'm like, all right.
I've never been so jealous of a description. I want to be really cool and aloof. I am neither.
Me either.
Really nerdy and always there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Same.
annoying. That's the word I use for me.
Yeah.
Like a
word I
fly. Anyway, so yeah, just, talking to people all the time. Alex and Jeff and, I don't know, the other Discord regulars. Maria Ann and all them. And then it was 8 months ago when somebody started asking about D&D thing, and I was like, oh, that's fully my jam. I have to be involved with this. And then got involved, and I don't remember if I invited Alex or Austin did first or what, but
Would you like me to reveal that?
yeah, sure.
Austin reached out to me and I said no. And then Austin came back several weeks later and said, well, I would like you to be on here. And then he mentioned some other stuff, and he mentioned that you had applied for it. I said, if you do this, you should for sure get Nate. He's awesome. So I don't know if that had anything to do with his decision at all, but I totally told Austin he should pick you.
So we are each other's reasons for being on that podcast. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I was like, I guess me being there is what got you interested, and then you saying that he should get me is why I got on. There you go.
So I guess I'm confused. I didn't know how the whole podcast came about. So y'all weren't part of the people that came up with this idea?
No,
that was Austin's idea.
Oh,
I had been
all Austin.
So I had been on the side talking to really. I DM'd him a couple times. Gabe St. James, if you don't know him, is a dude on Twitter, and he's about to, if not has done already. He's a D&D guy, whatever. And he at one point was like, "Hey, I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm just gonna create an Animorphs, like Circle of the Animorphs Druid class or something for 5e." And I was like, "Oh, I'm interested. I want that. Give me that information when you have it. I want it so I can use it in my own D&D games." And I had messaged him a couple times, and then I know that I talked about it in the Discord, in the AA Discord.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then, like, completely randomly, separately, Austin came up with this other idea for making an Animorphs D&D game, and he's got his own homebrew version of shit. It's not based on Gabe St. James. He never sent me his. he was like, hell yeah, I'm going to send you that, and then never did. And then later, I tried again, and I was like, hey, I still really want that. And he was like, oh, dude, I forgot. I'm going to get it to you tonight. And then I never got it. So he's very busy. He's working with like Dimension 20 on stuff now. So great for him. I'm not mad that he forgot to message a random dude on Twitter.
I'm horrified. I'm going to start a Twitter war with him.
Please
How
don't. He's so cool.
he?
He's so cool, and I want him to be my friend.
So I didn't know that Austin. I thought Austin was one of the the people that got caught in your Animorphs vacuum?
No. Austin...
Well, I know, I think kinda. Because I think Austin was tooling around in the Facebook groups first. And had to have come across probably Jeff, if not me, because I was actually active on Facebook at the time. I've stopped since, but... might have gotten into the Bandolites page.
He didn't till after we started playing. And then I approved him, and I was like, I messaged him one day afterwards. I was like, of course I'll approve you for Andalite Bandolites. He was already like in the Discord for like months and months and months and all that shit.
I think that by virtue of you having I'm going to call it the most popular and cool Animorphs podcast, besides D&DB, obviously.
Of course, obviously.
It's like potentially the coolest and most popular. It's not yet, but it will be. I think that like there's just, it's like a gravity well, and there's just stuff that circles and every now and then just gets pulled in, and I think Austin is one of those objects. Like, if you're doing a lot of stuff in the Animorphs fandom, eventually you're going to fall into the AA web.
That's how I ended up there.
that's how I got Tim too.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
Tim did the thing where he gave me a call to action. He threw the ball up in the air, and you know me, I'm like on it. So that's
a call?
Yeah,
Don't mind if I do.
I'm sorry, you wanted me to do a thing? That's my favorite thing to do. No, but I still remember, like, Nate, I just remember when you first came into the Discord, you were one of the very early people to join us, like, after the first wave of, like, here's who we're talking to in the Andalite Bandolites currently. And I remember you hopping on and, like, catching up to the podcast as we were going and stuff, and Nate and I just, like, I had so much fucking fun with Nate when he would throw shit out there. Like, I know you don't want me to talk about this, but I kind of have to mention the Christmas, like, Oogie Boogie Santa fan fiction that we wrote.
Did I write that? I don't think I wrote that. No. I'm pretty sure what happened is that I was pulling the reins and you were pushing forward anyway.
This is the Animorphs Anonymous Star Wars Christmas special. Like, y'all are like renouncing on the fact that it even exists.
So you know how 50 Shades of Grey is bad fanfic of Twilight, which is already bad fanfic of something good, probably. That's where Oogie Boogie Santa Claus. Yeah.
I would keep saying shit, and Nate, I was triggering Nate's sense of I have to correct you because I would just say shit that was so wrong, and he'd be like, no, this is how it would be, and then he'd be like, stop making me do this, and I'm like, no.
You're right. That's what it was. You triggered me into writing a fanfic against my will by saying wrong shit and making me correct it, and then you'd be like, oh, that's what they would say, huh?
Exactly. And like that's one of my like fondest early memories of Nate was like I just remember having such a fun time with that. And then of course the sex hoof lore as well.
Sex hoof, yes. The sex hoof.
Yeah, that's the great lore of the
absolutely
Animorphs Anonymous Discord.
Tim, if you haven't read it, you got it.
I'm going right now.
Are we gonna read it aloud? Is that part of it?
Yeah, it was just always such a good time. And then you were on like I think our first ever calls as well, like when we would set up those like just hangouts.
I think that
and,
no wait, that is actually I forgot. That was the very first time I didn't even know there was a podcast. I remember seeing in one of the Animorphs groups, yeah, hey, we're gonna do a call. And I was like, oh, a bunch of other Animorphs nerds? I'm free that day. I'll get on. Yep. And like I'm literally there like, oh, y'all know each other. How? What? What's going on? Oh, wait, what? There's a podcast? And that's, yeah. Because before that, I didn't listen to podcasts. With the exception of D&D, the C team. With the exception of that, I didn't listen to anything else.
Sweet. So we sucked you into that, too.
Yeah.
Nice.
And now, a year later, I'm, like, making podcasts. I'm on at least one. Potentially, well, now two at least.
Now it's two. Well, I mean, we have more.
There's more.
There's more.
The Santa Claus and Oogie Boogie podcast is coming out soon.
Coming up. That's going to be our holiday special.
Yeah. It's going to be called Santa Boogie. It's
See, Tim.
I'm
do you
stealing
see?
like
This
so
is-
much of this for our
Tim?
Christmas episode.
Tim, this is how it works. If we keep pressuring him, eventually it's going to happen.
Can I if you have a Christmas episode called Santa Boogie, I demand to be a guest.
Oh, absolutely, we're making it happen.
You have to. I demanded it, so there's no options. This wasn't a request.
I fucking wish they do not have leggings.
Oh, Jenna, I didn't know you were there.
Perfect.
Can I add to the horror of the Oogie Boogie Santa Claus
Please.
Christmas special? So, one of my favorite Halloween costumes I've ever done was a handmade Oogie Boogie sack that my wife made. And I have sincere expectations of being a professional Santa when I'm old enough. So it's like both of these entities already live within me, and I don't want to know what they're doing in there.
We already know. Let's revisit our
already
fan
know.
fiction.
Time to read that aloud.
I just have this image of Oogie Boogie, nothing different except for white beard. Like literally, that's the only change I see.
You're so pure and innocent that's what you think this fanfic is. It's just Oogie Boogie takes over for Santa because he's had a rough year or something.
Yeah.
I'll take care of the children. No, that's not what happens. He takes some reins, all right.
Oh no!
It's a torrid affair.
Oh. This sounds like it's going to lean more towards some of that Grimace fan fiction.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. But I have to go read it now. I have to be a part of this.
I don't even know how to find that. Like, it's probably off topic, and you'd probably search Oogie Boogie, and it would be like in 2019 YouTube.
I haven't been in there that long. So that's only been like a year, right? Has it been 2 years?
It might be.
No, it has to have been
years.
because it's got to be getting close to a year for me now.
Because I'll tell you
It's
what,
gotta be.
I started rereading Animorphs at the beginning of the pandemic. Like May 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'd already been listening to AA for a little bit, so.
So you read them when you were a kid?
Yeah, I read them when they were coming out. I have a complete set, probably at this point too, because I buy duplicates whenever I find them. I have this intent, like where when someone goes, "Oh man, I have almost a complete collection. I just need number," then I can go, "I fucking have that one. Here you go. Pay me $1 cover shipping. You got it." Because they're usually $1 a piece at used bookstores and stuff. But I never know which duplicates I have because I'm too lazy to go through and make a list. So I have this intent, and what I actually have is a fuckload of boxes full of Animorphs books, and my wife is like, what are you going to do with all these fucking books?
Okay, this is totally off topic, but like literally one of the coolest things I've ever seen. You guys do a full giving away books for Halloween.
Yep, she calls it the Haunted Library. We've done it like 3 or 4 years now, maybe 5. We set up tables in the front. So she spends all year buying spooky kids books. So Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark? What's that one? Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, that one. Mm-hmm. Just a bunch of shit. There's tons of them. Like mice eating pumpkins and stuff. Like everything from little board books up to Harry Potter. And we'll set up tables in the front yard, and we hand out candy. And she's convinced that people want to get pencils. That's fine. I'm like, no one wants those. But
no, I want pencils.
I want
you
pencils.
want pencils?
I want pencils. Yeah, I want
come
pencils.
by. I'll give you the address. And we try to hand out books, and it's crazy. Like so many kids don't seem to understand they're allowed to take them.
I mean, if I saw that, I would think there's no
same
way.
way. Yeah. No,
like this is $1 million you're handing me at this point. Like,
yeah.
I've even said like some years. So we had so many Goosebumps books this year, and I was like, some of those have to be worth money. You need to check. Like, I'm all for giving away stuff, but if there's $100 fucking Goosebumps book on the table,
yeah, sure.
You need to see if that's worth anything. And she's like, no, that's not the spirit of it. And I'm like, okay, all right.
No, that's amazing.
Yeah, I made a TikTok about it. You can go watch.
I will. I actually have an entire set of children's horror. I don't know what you call it. Horror books spooky books, we'll call it. Yeah, I like that better. Spooky books that I bought because it was written by one of the ghostwriters of Animorphs. And I
Which
enjoyed
one?
that ghostwritten book. I don't remember.
Oh, it's one of the good ones? Okay.
Yeah.
It's not one of the ones Alex has murdered?
No, I don't think so. But it was like, I read 2 books by the same ghostwriter and they were good. And it turns out her and her sister wrote an entire series. And I was like, so I just immediately went and bought the entire series.
Yeah,
Let me see if I can see
better
them here.
find them. And I see some. Is that Berserk back there?
I see a big Serenity poster.
The big
Yeah.
shiny poster. You have some Michael Grant books back there too.
Oh, that's Berserker. That's a
Yeah,
Keanu
yeah.
Reeves comic that just came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Different.
And
Different.
I have a ton of Michael Grant books that I have not had time to read yet, but I fully intend to.
Me too.
I've requested Endling and Gone for Christmas from Courtney, so.
Endling is so good.
Endling is so good.
And I like... she has a thing, she's like, I don't like talking animal movies. I don't like animal books. She's not into them. Like, Redwall, she's never going to read Redwall, you know what I mean?
That's fair, yeah.
But it's so good. But anyway, so we have a tradition in our house where we make lists. Me, Courtney, and Lily all make lists, and in many cases we draw what we want, so there's no question. This is what I want. Don't fuck around and get some other shit. And so like I'm drawing the cover of Endling, and it's like a dog and a mouse or some shit, and I'm like, she's gonna look at this and just be like, God, another fucking animal series. Ah!
It's the Dead Time Stories.
The Dead Time Stories.
Yeah, by Annette and Gina Gascon.
Oh, okay.
And I think she wrote 2 or 3
One.
books, and one of them I didn't like, but 2 of them I really did. I think she wrote the Tobias Torture book.
Yeah, I think you are correct in that.
Yeah,
Writes like Gascon, no one fights like Gascon, no one. Okay.
Publishes children's books.
Quite like Gaston.
Thank you.
So
To be honest, the torture's exhilarating. Is that good? I don't know.
I should just like randomly. I'm going to randomly do reviews of those books as we go. That way I'll be forced to read them. Yeah.
You know how Jenna burst into songs? I haven't seen that.
Like just now when she was singing along with you.
Yes.
Go on that supercut. Just, there could be Nate singing right in the middle of it.
No
So
one.
Oh, that's so good.
The best. The fucking best. But yeah. Okay. Well, before we start wrapping up and letting Nate get back to like his family and life and all the things that we've torn him away from, I will just express my thank you, Nate, for coming on here. You are our first Patreon subscriber for Horse Girls and one of our first supporters. And
I just wanted to name a horse.
I know. Listen, you don't have to
100
justify it to me.
10,000%. Y'all were like, you can name a horse. I was like, well, I'm fucking spending
Done.
money today, I guess. I mean, I guess your little show is cool or whatever. But I just wanted to
And he
to
just
name
had
a fake horse.
Show me up on titling the show.
And
I'm
the
not gonna lie.
horse.
Yeah,
have you
like-
told them what the name is yet, Alex?
No.
'Cause-
Oh wait,
Okay.
the name of the horse or the
Yeah,
name of the
we
show?
did because we recorded your episode already where we
Oh,
did
okay,
your
so they've
metal
heard
horse
it now.
announcement.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's amazing.
It is amazing. We can't
But it
say
was-
it here because this will come out before.
But it was amazing stacked on top of amazing because I also got several other suggestions that you had made that were
Yeah.
so good.
I was
But,
really upset that I couldn't just change the name every week.
I
Because I
know.
will do that.
100% convinced that when Alex hears the title of the show that you gave me, like, she will scrap Horse Girls, it will be done, the Discord will get burned down,
You
a
gotta.
new
Listen.
one will rise up in its place.
Can I tell you?
Like a
So
phoenix from the ashes.
Yeah.
don't burn it down. So here's something the C Team did when the C Team ended. The C Team Discord logo changed to still being the same logo, but it says Spirit Halloween over it, and it's the funniest thing to
Oh
do.
my god. Ours will have to say Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron on it.
That's so good.
Oh,
It's
no.
especially good because like the finale was so emotional. Everyone has been following this thing for 5 years, and never mind the cast is all, not crying, but you could tell they cried already. And then, like, people are like, all right, it's finally over, and they're logging off Twitch, and they go to get in the Discord so they can still be around the same community. And it just says, Spirit Halloween! Like, you're like, fuck you guys! Yeah. I probably peaked my mic there, I'm sorry, but...
Oh, no, that's so good.
So, yeah, do that. I'm gonna change it. Also, Tim, I want you to not announce that it was mine. Because I want Alex to wonder, was that the one he did?
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Do that for me.
That's unfair.
There's no way I can... Like, they're gonna know. As soon as they hear it, they're gonna be like, well, that one's the one.
They're gonna be like, that one's way better than the shit you usually come up with.
No, they're gonna be like, I am now inspired to burn down our Discord, so that must be the one that Nate mentioned.
I just can't imagine it, because literally every week Jenna and I get pissed at how good the name is. Like,
It's happened consistently for like 4 or 5 episodes that I've heard now.
Yeah.
Where he's like, well, it's Fet Lock, Stock, and Smoke. And you're like, well,
Dr. Horsible's sing-along blog. And I'm like, well, why did we bother?
No,
you almost did
Winnie
the
Along,
same thing,
right?
Yeah, Winnie Along. Yeah, that was Alex's contribution too. But that was you almost did the same thing I did. I almost called it Fet Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels. Yeah, every time. I was like, no.
I mean, you should have. Why didn't you lean into it? I don't know. That's okay.
And my personal favorite was the one we built together, which was the littlest horse house on the prairie.
That one got me.
Yeah.
Because I was driving. I was driving home. I had just finished the previous one, and I was like, I'll go to the next one. And immediately, the best little horse house, and I was like, no, you can't do that.
I almost called this one Nate is Enough, and then I was like, God, I'm old. Nobody's gonna get that joke. That show was on in like the 80s. Yeah, there's a show called 8 is Enough, and then I got mad at myself, and I was like, nope, going to Can't Hardly Nate.
That's pretty good.
Which is also, I guess, kind of dated at this point, but
at least people know what that one is.
Yeah, that's true.
How about Nate out of Compton?
All right, but yeah, thank you.
You could also do Nate out of Compton, but
why did you right at the end of the? I'm cutting that.
Yeah,
I'm cutting that.
Starting over.
Scrap everything we just did.
Welcome to a little segment I like to call Nate out of Compton. There, you can just edit that out and put it at the front. It'll be fine.
It needs to stay. You know, it needs to stay at the end now. There's no way to edit it in, but you just put Tim awkwardly going, you can just edit that in. And then narrator voice, it was not edited in.
Well,
Alex, I want to be very clear. I honor your friendship, and I'm very glad that we met and that I know you. And I'm also very thankful. I didn't know that that's what we were doing. I'm not an emotional guy. I don't do good at it, but this was really nice and very sweet, and it felt very good to be appreciated like that. So thanks. And I appreciate you back.
Yeah, I too am bad at emotions, as Tim knows.
Anyway, shut up, nerds! Fucking idiots!
So anyways, good game.
Good game.
Like, you just have to do a voiceover of heart hands when y'all just did it to each other. Like,
Did I do that?
Like, yeah.
I didn't even put it all the way up. I was too embarrassed. I was like,
That's the best I can do, because I don't have good words. So I just know this is a universal gesture of I appreciate and love you, and I'm glad I know you.
They did
Have some heart
hooves.
hands.
It's just that's gonna be the show art is just 2 hooves touching each other.
Did you tell him my shirt idea for Horse Girls? Because you were
the other
day you were like ride or die, something or other, ride or die, and I was like, no, with Sugarfoot it's ride and die.
Oh, that's so good.
Right?
You can work that into something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything. Just everything.
On the back of his motorcycle jacket.
Ride and die. And it's just a picture
Ride and die.
Could actually just with the Horse Girls logo, with that cutesy ass, but like that just says ride and die. Horse Girls ride and die.
So good.
There you go.
I
This
love
also
it.
just made
In
me
Old
realize
English.
that
Yeah.
we need.
Ye old ride and die.
No, not that kind. They need the font. Not Anglo-Saxon.
No, we had a whole.
Ye
bit of-
old with an E, ride with an extra E, and die with also an extra E.
No, it'd be like RYDE.
Yeah.
And
Welcome to
wait,
Ye old
no.
ride and die.
Und, UND. Ride und die. No one will get it.
You really underestimate how many of the bits Tim and I do just for the two of us.
That's fair. That's really fair. I get that, actually. So, Tim, are we best friends now, too?
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
No, we were besties a long time ago because you sent a message, or you were.
Because I sent you one message and I was like, here's a
Yeah,
funny
no.
thing. And you're like, no, we're best friends.
No. You did a whole recap. Not recap. Yes, a recap of something. I don't remember what it was, but you ended up talking about Goldfinger in your recap on D&D. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, oh, this dude's my best friend.
Oh, I don't remember this.
Yeah, I don't remember. It was like a video game or something, or a movie or something.
Oh, we were talking about N64 and I said gold.
Yes! No, you were talking about Ocarina of Time. That's what it was. You were talking about Ocarina of Time, and then that led to you talking about Goldfinger, and I'm like, well, my best friend. I don't know about anybody else, but...
Ocarina of Time is the best video game ever made, period.
Ever, without question.
Yep.
And Goldfinger's one of my favorite bands. So.
Oh, that Goldfinger, not the Bond
Yes.
movie.
No, yeah, sorry.
Now I'm with you.
I guess I should have made that clear.
That's fine. I don't like Goldfinger that much as a ska band.
Oh,
I don't like the movie that much either. I mean, on this look, any ska band is better than most other bands, so
Yes.
fine. But
Yes.
on the spectrum of ska bands, Goldfinger's near the bottom for me.
I would not. I've listened to them since I was in high school, so.
I mean, I was
very
listening
much
to a lot of
enjoy
ska in high school. How old are you?
I am 41.
Okay, so not that much older than me. I'm 36.
No.
I'm
Yeah,
the old
yeah,
man
yeah.
on the D&D podcast. So
Yeah.
shut up, Alex.
Barely.
Go away,
I'm
Alex.
barely.
Me and Tim are gonna just talk now.
I'm
Go
also
away,
the
best
lady
friend.
Horse girls, so
Anyway, I love and appreciate you, but leave.
I'm out.
We'll have another whole talk about ska sometime. We'll make a good
Yeah,
ska horse pun,
Yes.
and then we'll have a whole episode about ska and horses. And I
That's-
can't wait.
Probably all I'm going to do tonight is think about the ska horse pun now.
I really want it to have to do with horns or brass.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is. What about skijoring, which is, I believe, where the horse pulls you along on skis? You could just make it skajoring.
I think that's
That
too
is-
obscure.
Yeah, that is a deep cut, Alex.
That's a real deep cut.
Yeah.
I was
Whatever
gonna be like horses like grass, and that rhymes with brass. Maybe we could do something with that. And you're like, how about this obscure method of transportation?
I was like, Skijoring sounds like a Swedish death metal band, and that's where
Skijoring
I thought we were.
already sounds like a ska band.
Yeah.
Like, where's Skijoring? Yeah, like,
I could only contribute from one end of the spectrum here, and it was horses.
or like instead of pick it up, it's giddy up. Oh, there's something there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's so close.
Oh
We're
my
so
God.
close. We can get there.
Giddy up, giddy up.
Okay, now I
Yeah.
need
Get up.
the actual song though, where it is giddy up, giddy up.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh fuck.
Oh my god, we could redo the theme song. So it's ska flavored, and then la 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 giddy up. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god.
All we need to do.
How much
just
are you
add-
paying me for all this creative process, by the way? I don't know.
We just cut that little bit of audio of Nate doing that and just add it twice to the end of our.
Yep. Right after one of the horse noises, so it's like the la 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 la, and then snort, and then giddy up, giddy up. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, I love that.
You say this, but this is an edit that one of us will do without consulting the other two. And the next time someone listens to the podcast, they'll be like, what is this? No, none.
No
Like,
one's
that's
gonna be
what
like, "Hey
happened.
Nate, that thing we were joking about, we're gonna do it today."
We're gonna
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be
All
one
this-
Wednesday or whatever. I'm gonna be like, "Oh, the Horse
Yep.
Girls," and I'm gonna listen to it and go, "Oh
That's
no,
me.
oh no, oh no."
Oh no.
That's all this thing. It's just a collection of the fun ideas we steal from everybody else.
Pretty much.
Just throw that in there too.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's a great casserole we've made. That's what Horse Girls is. You can identify it as a casserole of ideas we've beaten from other people and thrown together in a pot.
So
A casserole of...
A salad. I mean, you would know. I don't know.
Well, how wet a casserole is really the question.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had no liquid ideas. These are all very solid ideas.
Okay. Then it's a salad.
Okay.
Good talk.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Horse Girls. Normally, we don't tell you behind-the-scenes stuff, but today I do, because I, Alex, am editing this podcast together for you today. First off, I want to say I apologize for some weird audio issues that you may have heard going on with my microphone. It seems like there's a little bit of a hiccup when recording, so it sounds a little weird and tinny. So I apologize for that. But on to bigger and better and way more exciting things. I want to tell you where you can find all of our guests today. So first up, I'm going to talk about the amazing Phil. You can find him on the Botched podcast, which is BOTCHED podcast. You can also find Jenna there, and it is amazingly entertaining. Season 6, absolutely incredible. You can also find him at The Imaginary Nomad, so please go check out his stuff, follow him on Twitch, join his Patreon. Phil is an amazing, creative, wonderful person, and you will love everything that he does. Then let me talk about Robert a little bit. So Robert does all sorts of scripted different audio dramas, as you may have heard. He's also super into haunted houses and escape rooms and is another amazingly creative, wonderful person. I highly, highly recommend that you go check out Tunnels for sure. And as he said, that's where you can really find him on Twitter and things like that. So please go ahead and check out Tunnels, at least, if not all of the other horror radio shows where you can also hear Tim's beautiful voice. Please go check that out. It's so cool. Robert's such an awesome creative guy and really, really freaking smart. So check it out. And then last but certainly not least, please go check out Nate. He is the Splinter Smith on everything. Like splinter, like the little chunk of wood you get in your finger. And then Smith, as someone who forges things in a smithy. Go check out his shit. I mean, you can literally just Google the Splinter Smith and all of his stuff will pop up immediately because he's just that good. Yes, he is also on Dungeons and Draken Beams with me, and that is amazing. But, like, did you know that he makes, like, amazing pens and swords and things out of wood and is extremely creative? And also, he has a Twitch stream where he goes on and does hilarious, creative, amazing things, or sometimes just chill things that you can like kind of calm down before bed. And every once in a while he does GeoFinder with his daughter, which is an amazingly incredible fun time because the two of them together are just a comedic duo that I think is unmatched. So please check him out, the Splinter Smith. Google it, it'll pop up. He has YouTube stuff and Patreon stuff and Twitch stuff and all sorts of amazing stuff. So please check out our guests. I am thankful that they agreed to do this, and so should you be. And also because I'm here and I have all the power, thank you, Tim and Jenna. I mean, for real, let's talk about Found Family. Those guys are amazing and incredible, and I adore them. So thanks for doing Horse Girls with me, suckers! That's right. Condom into it. Got him. Got him again. Okay, that's just because I can't say any nice things. I said too many nice things and I had to say weird things. All right.
The best part of this is that I was definitely here 100% of the time.
1,000% of the time.
Yeah.
We can all vouch for Jenna being
Yeah,
here
we were all
the
here
whole time.
together. And it was such a riot, and I'm very happy to have been here with every one of our beautiful guests. Really, really thank you from the bottom of our hearts, every one of you, for letting me be a part of your life for those few minutes. Why are you laughing? It's not funny. I was very touched and moved the entire time with everyone.
I laughed when I get moved.
Yeah.
That's just how I react.
That's true. I once picked him up and moved him over. He wouldn't stop.
I'm pretty pretty sure that was the tickling you did.
That was the dumbest joke I've ever fucking made.
It's gonna be great. We could just add in a little part where Jenna's like, I really enjoyed talking to Phil and Robert and guest 3.
Listen, we hadn't filled out the entire contract by the time we were recording that part.
What nobody knows is that I do have in my actual contract that there is one person that I will not record with outside of other projects. And I will leave it up to you to guess who that one person was. You never know.
It's definitely Phil.
100% Phil. It's 100% Phil. I just can't work with
really
him. That
hard.
guy, I just can't. I am contractually obligated to work with him on one thing, and everything else, I just can't do it.
I get
I
it.
thought you did botched in separate rooms, like at separate times. That's
Well, I
gonna
mean,
be really tough.
it is.
Separate rooms, obviously, but
Obviously, I mean, I don't think that I
Obviously.
can be in Georgia and Pennsylvania at the same time, but I could try.
You were like the Beyonce in The Lion King of the Botched podcast.
Wait, was Beyonce in The Lion King? What are you talking
The
about?
remake she was in, and she didn't like do her lines with
Was
any of
she
the other
in it?
actors. Yeah, she was one of the voice actors in it. And she sang
Who
songs.
was she?
I think she was. I think she was Simba's mom. What's her name?
Are you kidding me? Sarabi.
Yeah,
Are you kidding
Sarabi. I'm pretty sure that's who she played.
I never would have, and I've watched that like 5 times since it came out. I never would have. Oh my! All right, cool. So Beyonce, completely forgettable. That's just like me. All right. Yeah.
That's
It tracks.
literally the only
It is
time
100%.
Beyonce has never before been called unforgettable.
Entirely forgettable. Come at me. I dare you. I dare you to start a Twitter beef with me. Anybody who
Oh,
wants
God.
to make sure that Beyonce sees or hears this.
the wait, I know this term. The Bayhive is gonna be after us.
Oh, man. It's fine. We'll get our stable to start swatting. Oh, God. That's so good. I'm sorry. I can't believe that I didn't know that was Beyonce.
That's totally fair.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. So,
is it bad that I don't 100% trust that Alex knows exactly who Beyonce was in The Lion King?
I don't know that I do either at this point.
Let's Google it. Let's Google it right fucking now.
I feel like if I had heard Beyonce's voice, I'd be like, yep, that's definitely Beyonce.
Beyonce in The Lion King. Oh, she was Nala. Even more
No.
mainstream than Sarabi. So
Okay.
Absolutely not.
she was Nala.
Seriously?
The adult Nala. She voices the adult Nala, which makes sense why I screwed up which character it was now, because Sarabi and Nala as an adult are kind of basically.
They look
They look
alike.
so similar. There are my Google results showing.
No, wait, hold on. I have not seen the remake of The Lion King. How much is the adult Nala in it versus not adult Nala? Is it mostly adult Nala?
Of the times that Nala is in it, I would say it's mostly adult Nala.
Okay, alright, because she does adult Nala.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. I didn't know what the
Wow.
importance of that specific...
I did not know that Beyonce was in The Lion King. Wow.
Did you know that Jon Favreau directed that?
I feel like I did, but who knows?
did not
Who
know.
knows at this point, honestly.
I literally
Yeah.
knew Beyonce was in it. And wait, no, I knew Timon was played by I love that guy. Why can't I think of his name? Billy Eichner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Google that, Tim. Prove me wrong.
Billy on the street.
No, I've
Yeah.
actually got it still up. I'm scrolling through and just fact-checking you live.
He's just
That
like,
is correct.
IMDb says you are fucking incorrect, Alex. Okay.
Well, this time I was correct. It was Billy Eichner. So there.
So yeah, go watch The Lion King. I don't know what we did this episode. It was great, I'm sure.
As we say at the end of every Horse Girls podcast, go watch The Lion King.
There are some zebras in it. It's fine.
There's zebras in this too.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a couple.
Yep,
Definitely a non-zero sum, but no more than 2.
Are the doctors concerned that we're becoming self-aware now?
At least one of them is.
Excellent.
We've often made the comment about how our zebra patterns make us brain twins. I was happy to meet Jenna's brain twin today.
Yes.
I guess he's a doctor also now.
I think that's the only logical conclusion we
No,
as patients can draw.
No, because the first person to say Dr. Phil is getting the fucking walk out the door.
Oh.
I almost made him leave with Filibuster. All right, let's go ahead, Alex.
Let's end this bitch. And this brings our podcast to an end, similarly to the way that Sugarfoot ended Mrs. Bell. Thank you for listening to Horse Girls. If you want to know when new episodes are posted or share your observations of this positively academic podcast, underline that. This is a very academic podcast. Then follow us on Facebook at Horse Girls Podcast, Twitter and Instagram at Horse Girls Cast. And if you want to buy some radical shirts and things, go to bit.ly/horsegirlspod.
I'm going to stop you right there. Have we all gotten our merch in? Have we?
No, I haven't ordered mine yet.
Tim.
Yeah,
Tim.
I haven't ordered.
Tim. So, I mean, we got to QC this stuff, right? Like, we can't have the public, the public, whatever the fuck that means, getting shit merch. So, of course, we had to buy some of our own merch, like cute losers. These shirts are so fucking rad. I can't even, I can't stand myself when I put on the skeletal horse shirt. It's so good.
I was so mad because I fucked up. I ordered with a couple of people in a group so we could save on shipping, and I shorted myself the skeletal horse hoodie, and I got to watch them wear it, and I thought about punching them in the face repeatedly because I wanted it.
Oh, those friends and family. We're so grateful for them.
We're so grateful for those motherfuckers.
Horse Girls merch. So good it'll make you want to punch your friends.
Yes. Well, that's not entirely true. I do, like the people that made our merch. They can stay.
Yeah. But they're so good. Anyway.
It's so good. I wore my hot dogs all the way down shirt the other day, and I could not look away on stream.
I have to get it in purple.
It's so good in purple.
So good. It is so good. I got it in cream because I was wanting to be a purist for some reason, even though there's no way in hell that I'm going to be able to wear that shirt more than once for more than 10 minutes.
Just ketchup all over it somehow.
All the way down. Yeah.
All the way down.
But I love it so much.
I love it so much. I wanted to be a purist, but they didn't have super soft cream shirts. And so I gave up immediately.
It's still pretty soft.
Okay.
Still pretty soft. Yeah.
Now I might have to get one in cream, too. This is why I'm broke. I just keep buying our shirts.
Buying our own merch until we are dead.
Yes.
Destitute on the street, but we'll be comfy and cozy in Horse Girls merch.
Today I thought, do I need a throw blanket with a Horse Girl skeleton horse on it?
Exactly.
The answer wasn't no. Should I continue reading this so we can try to get some money to pay for our habit of buying our own shit?
Please do.
For the love of God, we keep buying our own merch. Please go to patreon.com/horsegirls where you can give us money so that we can take your money and buy more shirts for ourselves.
Which is sadly exactly what we're going to do.
Precisely. That's our business plan. It's just a circle on a sheet of paper. We don't like to present it to the investors. We just keep putting off the meeting. Please Like, please, for the love of God, patreon.com/horsegirls. Please. And then you can also, you can get some shit out of that too, but that's less important than what we're getting out of it in this particular scenario. I'm a salesperson, obviously.
Clearly.
Okay, just kidding. The other stuff you can get is like more content and horses in the barn. We have officially started working on the posts that are going up there. So if you want to like get involved, now is the time. You can start at the beginning of what is sure to be a journey. Oh boy, it's good. And if you want to find us on other podcasts, you can. If you like D&D, check out the Botched podcast, where we had 2 Botched members on today. So you can get that times more people that are awesome playing D&D. And then if you're not D&D'd out, then you can head over to Dungeons and Draken Beams, which I'm on. And another person that we're having on. Wait. Wait a minute.
Oh my god, there's so much D&D on this show.
We already had him on. It already happened.
We already.
Yeah.
That's my
I was
accent.
definitely
You couldn't
there for
understand me.
Yeah.
Jenna
It
was
was-
there.
Jenna
It was
there the whole
amazing.
time. She saw it all. She saw it all from start to
Every
finish.
bit of it.
guys.
And you know what? I will never forgive Nate for that. I'm just gonna say it outright. I saw it all,
boy.
and I'll never forgive him.
Well,
But I will forget. So let's keep going.
if you want to fund Jenna's blood feud, go to patreon.com/horsegirls.
Hell yeah.
And if you like other, basically just Animorph shit, check out Animorphs Anonymous if you wanna. If you are betwitched by Jenna, check out Jenna's Twitch. It's twitch.tv/JennaChill with 1 L. That's JennaChil. Notice how I didn't say the second one. How many times do I have to tell you this? And if you, like me, can't get enough of Tim's beautiful voice, he's voice acted on such podcasts as The Way We Haunt Now, Tunnels, Haunted Hell House of Horrors, and Horror Shop Radio. And you know what? We talked to another guy from those today, didn't we?
Oh my god.
Holy, the synergy in the room is maddening.
What?
And if you think our episode art is hella cute, that's because it is. It was created by KCD, who writes and illustrates a webcomic called B-Side You, which you can read for free at bsideyoucomic.com, like the B-side of a cassette. May the nuts ever stick to your roof.